So someone wrote me in my email and asked me, could I please read on Nolan Wells, um, and get some insight into what has happened. So I decided to pull some cards. I looked up some articles, see what I could tap into, and I thought I'd share with you guys what tarot and the messages that I've received is. So, not that I need to be the one to tell you this, but this is definitely schmurder. This is definitely an unaliving that we're dealing with. And it was perpetrated by more than one person. I'm seeing a group of people. I'm seeing a group of people that are heavily intoxicated, and also were out voting that day as well. Now, this could mean that it was the friends that he was with, or this could mean that it was someone entirely different. Now, based on the very short visions that I was given, I have Nolan flirting and talking to some girls, and in particular, maybe one girl. And the girls are all tanned, beautiful, but of Mount Caucasus descent. This does not seem to be unnormal behavior within the cards of friends tagging off and going to talk to pretty girls and catching up with each other. It doesn't seem to strike any chords as far as this being unusual behavior for Nolan. His cards show him to be quite a charming young man. For the most part, very respectful young man, and tends to try to walk away from aggressive situations. Definitely not someone that is an instigator or someone who goes looking for trouble or anything like that. But definitely a ladies' man, flirtatious, a lover, not a fighter type energy going on with his cards. And it does show me heavily that the start of this is centered around a love interest, which doesn't have to be in love or relationship, but it is very strong as the first two cards that he separated from the group and was trying to shoot his shot, talk to some girls he knew, or be his charming self. What I have next is this crossroads moment. This crossroads moment that he hit with this drunk group of guys who were basically saying, don't bother them. They're shouting things at him. They're shouting racial remarks at him. And what I see next is this isolated incident. I don't see people around them, but I see them kicking him, attacking him. He's already down. I see them dragging him to the water, and a group of them, like at least three, four. To me, they look like adult men. To me, they look like grown men with beards and mustaches and stuff, holding him under the water until death. I can see very possibly they are affiliated with MAGA and Republicans. I can see the heavy loss of his mother and friends and people that knew him, and how this is in the future going to have to be a healing journey for them. I can see a woman figure that met him on the other side after this travesty to lead him to the other side. I can see that he hung around with people that tended to have money and an optimistic look on life. He never had any inkling or reason to believe that these friends or people he was around would put him in any sense of danger. There is a lot of naivety, a lot of being naive in his cards. This feels very Emmett Till. This feels very Emmett Till from what I've shown and what the cards are saying, to this young black man shouldn't have been talking to white women, and maybe stood up for himself and was trying to exit the situation. And upon exiting the situation and trying to get back to friends, I think that they grabbed him. I think that they attacked him. That's what I think happened. The cards also revealed that one or more of these men is connected. And I will say that they're connected via law enforcement or lawyers or judges, but they're connected to the system. And they have a lot of money, enough money to fight, and that there are people already within the judicial system that have been alerted to truth because they took evidence with them. They had blood on their clothes. I think he may have left his DNA on their clothes while he was fighting back. I am hoping that he grabbed some of their hair or something and that is found, but there is definitely some type of evidence that's going to link these people, and it's going to be a very public trial. Personally, I don't think it was his friends. What I'm seeing in the vision does not look like the pictures that I have seen online. Those look like kids. The people that I see attacking this young man look like grown men. Now, I'm not sure if they've confirmed that that is Nolan's body at this current time. I think they have. I'm not 100% sure. But what I can tell you is they're either going to try to cover this up and make it look like it's something it's not, because people are well connected, or this is going to blow the fucking hellscape off of a lot of fucking truths. We will see how these cards play out, but I do know that they gathered and bagged the evidence and hid it somewhere. I do know that it's a group of men, and I do know that they were extremely drunk and intoxicated on that day, and that this was very much a racial crime.